Good morning, Facebook world. How you doing today? Joe Bernstein here, as you know. Good morning, good morning. Happy to be here. By the way, this is probably the last live that you'll see on my Facebook profile for about 2.5 weeks. I'm about to go to the mountains with my love, with Natalie, to Vermont. We're gonna have an amazing vacation. I'm leaving Wednesday night. I'll be back like on the 24th or 25th. I can't even remember. But anyway, it's the last time you see me on my Facebook profile for a while. If you want to engage with my content or engage with the community, I want you to join Drop the Armor Dojo. So I'm going to drop the comments below. And today's video topic was actually brought to you by a Drop the Armor Dojo member, my boy Alex. He went in the dojo today and did a little live video around our relationship with time. And I thought, well, dude, this is exactly what I need to talk about on my Facebook Live profile video today, because my relationship to time is literally something that I've created as one of my primary intentions for 2020. Hey, Nelly, good morning, good morning. Good to see you as always. And hey, if you're watching here live or in the replay, wherever you are in the world, say hello, good morning, good afternoon. And actually, since today's video is about our relationships with time, I want you to go ahead and tell me, whether you're watching live or in the replay, what time is it in the part of the world that you're in? What time is it in this very moment? Maybe you're watching this a week from now, or maybe you're watching it right now. Maybe you're, in Canada or the UK, or maybe you're in India or China, or maybe you're actually literally right here in DC, like a mile from me or something. But let me know what time it is where you're at, where you're watching. And I'll come and check it out. That'll be really fascinating for me to see what time people are watching. So anyway, today I want to talk about our relationships with time. And as I've titled this video, I don't remember exactly what I titled it. Something about something about you're gonna die anyway, so slow the fuck down, right? Like chill out. You're all gonna die soon, or we're all gonna die anyway. So what I want to do really quickly is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share. I put some notes together so that I can actually really create really a solid experience here and teach some really valuable lessons. And so I'm going to hit those notes up real quick. Let me do that. But basically, I wanted to talk a little bit about my relationship with time. And I wanted to let you know that in the past, I've been a hot mess when it's come to time. And a lot of my clients, they're really efficient. They are guys that are often, or women, but mostly guys, that are very efficient with their time. They have a lot of time sensitivity, a lot of time urgency. They get shit done. They're very good at their job, and often it has to do with being able to deliver a certain amount of work in a certain amount of time. And often they can create anxiety and stress around time, like I can tend to do for myself, truthfully. So, yeah, see, okay, yep, 11:22 a.m. as well, for me as well, Janice, and we got 11:23, Nelly. Okay, so we got people all in Eastern Daylight or Eastern Standard Time Zone so far, but keep dropping those time information. I want to know where you're at, when you're at. So, point is, I work with a lot of people who create a lot of anxiety in their life around time and around efficiency and around getting things done in a certain timeline. I know it because I can be one of those guys when I'm unconscious, and I used to be a mess when it came to time. So let me share a little bit of an arc with you. And again, as you're watching this, for those of you who know, like Nelly, for those of you who know, if anything I share resonates with you, if it makes sense, if it inspires you, if you're saying me too, drop that fire emoji for me. I'll take the heart emoji. But I love that fire emoji too. I'm all about the fire and the heart. It's about passion. So let me know you're watching and enjoying with that fire or heart emoji, but I like the fire emoji. So I used to be a mess when it came to time. Actually, I had a beautiful career with Bose for almost 14 years that I loved and I still rave about. But in my first 90 days, I almost got fired because I was late to work several times. In fact, my manager, a mentor of mine, Tony Royston, who often actually I see on Facebook, he hit me up and he was like, dude, you are amazing. But the fact is we forgot to log one of your latenesses, and we would have had to fire you if we logged this thing, just according to HR policy. And you are talented and you're amazing and we want you here. We want to actually put you at the full time, because I was part-time at the time. And he said, but you got to get here on time. What do you need me to do? You need me to buy you an alarm clock? You need me to call you every morning? He's like, I'll do it, whatever you need, right? And I said to him, no, dude, I'll take care of it. So from that time on, I was really rigid around time when it came to work. I was always 15, 20, 30 minutes early to work. And in fact, throughout my career, I often had to do the same. I had to have those hard conversations around time and attendance, whether it be time they got to work or someone took 10 extra minutes on their break or whatever. I had to have these really hard conversations around time. And unfortunately, when I became a store manager, I actually had to fire a few people that I loved working with, that I thought were amazing on my team, because they were having a hard time getting to work on time or having to call out. So I have a really complex relationship with time. That was my professional life, but at the same time, even though I was working on really being rigid in my professional life, I just didn't get anything done. I didn't exercise. I didn't cook for myself. I didn't do laundry on time. I was a mess in my personal life with time. I didn't prioritize anything that was important, and I just wasted a lot of time. So then during my divorce, when I started doing a lot of transformational work on time, or on my life, actually, I should say, when I had a vision for my life, all of a sudden I went from a guy who was just holding on for dear life and was going, what the fuck is up with my life? To a guy that was lit the fuck up about life and about creating a new life that had me feeling excited. So I actually became very time rigid. I've decided, well, Joe, you're going to die one day and you want to have a great life. So I decided that every moment needed to be squeezed and turned into the most optimized moment of every single day. And so I started to fill my calendar. Every day I'd have on my calendar, when am I going to go to the gym? What am I going to read that evening? What online videos or what online workshops was I going to take? What meetups was I going to? When was I going to go on a date? I mean, when I first started dating again in like 2013, I had my calendar set aside as like, well, these 3 days this week I can go on dates, because these other 2 days I'm going to these meetups, and these other 2 days I work in the morning, so I want to exercise at night. It was amazing, and it gave me the structure and the scaffolding that I needed at that time in my life. And maybe it was a bit of an overfunctioning. So everything from exercise to self-care to haircuts to learning time to personal growth time, it all became rigid, and it all became very tightly scheduled. And in fact, I love it. I love it in many ways. And then when I started creating my business, time became a mess, because all of a sudden I'm not employed by anyone. And every single moment of my day, 24/7, I get to choose how I spend my time. And it was actually really destabilizing at first. So I had to relearn how to even fill more of my time with business creation. My volunteer work, my leadership work started growing. And then I realized at a certain point about this time last year that I had actually become overly extended, and I had become to a point where I needed to manage every moment to get my life done. To do the things I wanted to do, I needed to schedule every moment. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for downtime. In fact, I even needed to schedule my downtime. And sometimes I still need to do that, because otherwise I fill it. But the whole bottom line is that I realized that I was believing that I could do more than I had time for. And I was able to do all of it, but it meant that I was losing time to be introverted, time to refresh, time to reflect. I really enjoy and thrive when I have time to walk in the woods, when I have slow mornings on the weekend, when I have 2 or 3 evenings a week that I can just introvert and do my own thing. But I started filling my life in a way where I didn't have that opportunity. And then, as many of you know, about 1.5 years ago, I met the woman of my dreams, and we just moved in together last week, and I'm in her beautiful house that is becoming our home right now. And this is my new office, which I'm excited about. But anyway, she has a much more flowing relationship with time. I'm very scheduled and rigid, and she would, when we first started dating, it was like I wanted to have a date on Friday at 7:15, and I want to be at the restaurant by 8, and I want to do this thing and that thing. And for her, it was like, well, we're going to hang out Friday. Isn't that enough? And so it created these tensions and these disconnections. It was a beautiful mirror. It was a beautiful flashlight to show me that I had become a little too rigid in time. And here was this amazing woman. She's like, in many ways, I don't idealize her, right? I don't idolize her or idealize her. She is perfectly imperfect, and I don't put her on a pedestal, but the truth is, she checks a lot of my heart boxes, my soul boxes, my mind boxes, my love box. She's just wonderful. But I was creating all this tension and anxiety around my sense of time versus her sense of time. And I put that together with the fact that I realized I was filling my life with too much and I didn't have enough time for me. So I don't do resolutions, but about a year ago I realized I needed to start working on my relationship with time. And in January I decided that my relationship with time that had transformed my life, it became to the point where I was now over functioning. It was causing me pain, anxiety, and disconnection. And so I created a new vision for my relationship with time, for what it can look like. And I devoted 2020, this year, to evolving my relationship with time. It's been one of my primary intentions, is I want to be more flexible and less stressed and less rigid about my time, but I don't want to be any less intentional about my life. And I don't want to have less goals. And I don't want to believe that I have to do less to have a different relationship with time. I want to be more flexible and flowing, but I want to continue to be thoughtful of the fact that I will die and I want to create a lot in this life. And I want to give a lot to the world. So it was time for me to look at time, right? As ironic as it is. And so I'm going to take a moment now. I'm going to look at some of the comments, see what people are saying. All right, so we got, yep, Nelly, thank you. I see it resonates for you. Yep, hot mess over here around time. Ooh, Nelly, I'd love for you to share. If you want to share here or if you want to share and Drop the Armor Dojo, folks, Nelly, Thomas, these people there in Drop the Armor Dojo, come join us. But if you want to share, Nelly, go ahead and share. What do you mean by that? Oh, Nelly, you needed it today. Wonderful. Good morning, Larry. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, Larry, as always. All right, cool. So I'm going to get back to this because I want you to think. I don't just get on here to talk about myself, as tempting as it is, right? I don't just get on here to talk about myself. I get on here and tell these stories to serve you in some way. So I want you to ask yourself in this moment. I see 4 people are watching. I know that several hundred people will watch this video over the next week or two. I want you to ask yourself right now, when do you let your relationship with time cause you stress or headaches or disconnection? When do you let it slip away so that you're not as intentional as you want to be? And what would be a middle ground, right? So I really want to pause and challenge you in this moment. Do you disconnect from others or disconnect from yourself or cause stress in your life or disharmony when you can't fall asleep at night because you're worried about how you have 18 hours of work to do the next day, but you only have 10 hours to do it in? Or are you the type that when you're on vacation, you decided that the day was supposed to okay, you got to see the museum at this time, and then there's a lunch thing that you got to get to, and then you want to go to this one tourist spot that people don't go to that often, but it's like the holy grail because it takes a long time to get to. And instead of being relaxed on your vacation and present, you feel rushed and stressed and anxious? Is it when you're 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42 years old, and you still aren't married, and you're thinking it's time for a career change, but you tell yourself, I'm too old to start over now. I'm too old to start over now, right? That's a tough one. I've felt that at times. Is it when you have loads of goals in your life, but you seem to always lose track of setting aside time for their highest priorities, and life and the most important things keep slipping away? Maybe it's when a friend or a partner cooks you an amazing meal for you, but you have a hard time staying present for those 45 minutes because you know all the shit you should be doing, quote unquote. Or maybe it's like me, I did this for a while. It's when you can't have relationships with people that are a little late a lot of the time. I used to think that I couldn't be friends with people that were late because I wanted to be on time and they're wasting my time. The truth was, there is some reality to that, but the truth is also that there are people that are worth waiting for sometimes. And I can quell my anxiety and I can come up with strategies to fill that time in a meaningful way. And if it continues to be a pattern, I can talk to that person and tell them the impact and see if we can meet in the middle somewhere, right? Or maybe you are someone who can't have relationships with people who are overly time effective and efficient like me because it stresses you out. These are all ways that we create disconnection from ourselves. These are all ways that we create disconnection from others because of a relationship with time that is overfunctioning too much in one side or the other. It's not necessarily balanced. So here's the takeaway, and I see that people have been watching, so thank you so much for continuing to watch. If you want to have a clear head, right? If you want to have less anxiety, if you want to know what's important, if you want to have a clear vision, if you want to be internally validated, if you want to have an open heart and feel your embodied wisdom and have some emotional mastery and create empowered communication to have beautiful, deep, and enriched love relationships, then you must have a balanced relationship with time that serves you It's not based on one that you formed when you were trying to repair your life in the past. It's not based on having no intention around it, so you're just always flowing and flexy and don't have any real commitment to time and to creating what you want in this short life. If you want to have this beautiful life where you're lit the fuck up and you have deep love and deep relationships and unbounded commitment and a sense of grounding and power and peace, you must keep working to evolve your relationship with time over time. It's almost as important as your relationship with health or body or love or money or sex or death. In fact, it may be one of the most important. So this is part of the vision work that I do with my clients, whether we're doing a full Lit the Fuck Up Life program where we hit head, heart, and guts, or we're just doing a clear head portion of my coaching program. Relationship with time is something that often comes up and we dig deep on, we work on hard. So that's what I got for you today. If you want a more effective or a more relaxed relationship with time, if you want more balance with your relationship with time, if you want your relationship with time to be something that you understand you are gonna die and life is precious and important, and you want it to be intentional, but you don't want to be stressed like, oh my God, I'm gonna die one day, so I gotta get everything done today, then I want you to hit me with the word time in the comments. When I do this, you're letting me know that more content around relationship with time, or how to create more effective time, or how to create more relaxation around time is valuable, and I will keep creating more. So hit me up with the word time in the comments if you want a more balanced and effective and efficient and relaxed and awesome relationship with time. And again, I want to invite you to join Drop the Armor Dojo. I dropped the comments above. In the comment, I dropped a link. Please join it, because this was inspired by a group member sharing about their relationship with time and challenging people to talk about their relationship with time. Join Drop the Armor Dojo. And I want to thank you for watching. I want to share immense gratitude with you. Gratitude is almost like a religious practice for me. So I want to tell you I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your attention. I'm grateful for your energy. I believe that those are some of the most valuable resources on the planet. And I believe the most valuable resource on the planet is your love. So thank you for your time, your attention, your energy, and your love. And remember that you have the capacity to build the skill set and the mindset to create the life that lights you the fuck up. And you can do that every day by working on gaining alignment with a clear head, open heart, and solid guts. And when it makes time, and you have time to make choices every day, because you make tens of thousands of choices every day, some unconscious, some conscious, I want you to think about these 3 choice points, these pivot points. Choose love over fear, choose courage over comfort, and choose creation over consumption and unconsciousness. If you do that, you will stack enough choices to create a life that lights you the fuck up and that you love. Again, I want to invite you to join Drop the Armor Dojo. We're working on all of these choice points. We're working on head, heart, and guts every day. It's becoming a beautiful community, and I want you in there. If you're watching this far and you're getting a lot out of this, I want you to join us. So I love you. I will see you soon. I may go on for a live when I have cell reception, when I'm up in Vermont, but I probably won't have cell reception, and we might not even have Wi-Fi, which I'm a little excited about. I'm going to take almost 2 weeks and let time melt away and enjoy nature and enjoy my partner and cycle and hike and just be with me and be with her. And I'm so excited. If I get a moment, I might jump on live to show you a live stream or a live mountain or a live something beautiful. But this is the last teaching that I'll do on my Facebook Live for a while. So thank you. And if you want more, comment, let me know, email me. If you want more, join Drop the Armor Dojo, because I scheduled a bunch of the most popular live videos from Drop the Armor Dojo. They're going to be coming over the next few weeks. And I got 4 other coaches dropping live content in Drop the Armor Dojo while I'm away. So I'm so blessed to have such a rich community. I love you. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Peace.